Hi guys, so today is Friday, July 17, 2026. So currently we are at the London session of the day, and I'm going to talk about how we have the price action of gold today. So currently gold is traded around 4,000 level, and as you can see that gold has been going sideways for the last week and this week. And as you can see that gold has been struggling to break below the current low at around 39.50, but also is struggling to break above the 41.33 level. So it is struggling to break the low at around this level, 39.40 or 39.50, and also the current level at around 41.39 or 41.40. So if we look at the further, we can see that in November or late October 2025, we have none of the daily candles at those time has closed below, decisively below the current low at 39.40 level. So, and also it has the structural support around the 3900 or 3886 level. So this is acting as a multi-month support level. And actually, although it is looking like it is going downtrend right now, I'm in favor of the long position right now. So I will be putting in my long position at this moment because this is actually a good time to accumulate gold because it is acting as a multi-month, even multi-year support level. And then if we look at the monthly chart, we can see that this is the very strong bullish trend started at around late 2022, specifically at around November 2022. So we have the multi-year bullish trend, and then right now it is just coming down to the previous cluster zone at around 39.40 or 39.30 level. So this is actually a very good level to start accumulating gold. So this is my thesis, and this level is not easily broken because if we look at the previous time we have this kind of like parabolic move like this back in the 1980. So if we look at the 1980 and at the January, you can see that it is looking very similar when gold having a very strong parabolic move like this to 850 and then pulling back to basically 453. So kind of like almost 50%. And then it reaches the previous high in this candle, and then it got a very structural strong monthly support, and it takes several months to get a bounce, a rally, pretty nice rally back to 727. So this is a very similar situation back in 1980, and that I would argue that gold would be getting a very strong support at this time, similar to our previous historical precedents in 1980. So that's my analysis for gold, and we move on to Bitcoin. So Bitcoin is currently traded around 63K, and then if today's candle close in a long red candle like this with small or minimum lower tick, lower wick, then I would in favor of Bitcoin going lower to break the previous low at around this level, which is around 61,700 level. So for Bitcoin, the short-term outlook is, in my thesis, is more in favor of in the negative, which is moving downward. We can see that Bitcoin was struggling to break above this level. As we can see, it's coincide with the previous high on Monday, June 22nd, which is at around 65,500 level. So this is acting like a strong resistance for Bitcoin. So it is more likely, and in my thesis, it is more likely to go lower to break the 61,700 level. So that's it for Bitcoin, and we'll see how it plays out for the next week. But that's it for today. Thank you for watching, and see you in the next session.